Hello, welcome once again to Stuff and Things, where I like to talk about stuff and occasionally even things. I'm your good friend Bradley, and today I've got some pets. It's been a long time coming. My fiance and I have been talking about getting a pet. We don't really live in a place where we can have a dog or a cat. She had a fish, but it died. I've been thinking of different animals that I could get to give me some sort of a maybe pseudo pet owning experience. And I finally decided that I was going to pick up some gerbils. Hey! And here they are. Yeah, so let's go back in time a little bit. 2 days to when I first picked them up.
Today, you find me driving down to a town called Mount Vernon, Washington. I am doing this after I've gotten off work. I'm tired, I'm sweaty, I'm dirty. I just want to go home. But I found out that there is a store down in Mount Vernon where I can get 2 male gerbils. I have decided, or had decided, over a month ago that I wanted to try to get some gerbils. My fiance and I, Diamond, we live in a place where we can't have dogs, we can't have cats. I desperately want some pets. I've had gerbils before, and I thought it would be fun to get some. So I got in a tank, a big 40-gallon breeder tank, set the whole thing up, and I was saying, okay, now I just need to find some gerbils. But I discovered that apparently in my town or my city of over 100,000 people, gerbils don't really exist. And I don't know why that is. I don't know what has happened in the last, I think I had gerbils 6 years ago. What happened in the last 6 years to make gerbils completely lose all popularity in Bellingham, Washington? I don't know. But I was having a hell of a time trying to find any gerbils. Couldn't find breeders, couldn't find any pet stores that had them. I wanted to get some either from a rescue place or a breeder. I would rather not get them from a pet store, but I basically have no other options. There's this Petco down in Mount Vernon where they say they've got 2 male gerbils, and they've been there for, I think they said they're about 12 weeks old, so they've been there for a while. And they were saying they need to try to find them home. So I figured I'd make a good home for these little guys, and we're gonna try to go down there and pick them up. So wish me luck if they're still there. Success! I got 2 male gerbils. At least we're pretty sure they're both males. They were actually surrendered to the pet store by someone who had accidentally had a male and a female, and they had babies. They are in some little cardboard boxes. In the back here, here's one, and there's another one in another box. They were together in the cage, they were litter mates, and they're supposedly both male. And they're actually a bit younger than I thought they were. They look like they are maybe 10 weeks old, so not bad at all. It looks like they're well acclimated to each other, and hopefully I'll be able to acclimate them to me. And now we just have to drive home without them chewing through their cardboard boxes before I get there. We have about a 30-minute drive, so wish me luck again.
All right, we made it home. They're still in their boxes. They haven't succeeded in chewing through them. And now I have this wonderful little enclosure for them to get to know. It looks like this. Buddy. little worried at the moment. They're just hiding wherever they can. But hopefully, if I put a little food in there, they'll come out. Come on, buddy. Good boy. One of them is very timid. You want your food? Even me laughing makes you freak out. There's food out there. You gotta get used to hearing my voice. It's okay. And now they're here in this cage. I think I made it a little bit too nice for them. I gave them too much to dig into because now that they have excavated their tunnels, I haven't seen them. Occasionally, I'll try to sneak out of the bedroom because I can hear them wandering around. I sneak out and I catch a glimpse of them sort of wandering around up above, but then they're immediately back down into their tunnels. They are prey animals. I know they can be skittish. These ones are the most skittish gerbils I've ever seen. I had gerbils, I don't know, 6, 7 years ago, maybe more like 8 years ago. They were totally fine. I could handle them right off the bat. And even these guys, I think I probably showed you some footage when I first put them into the cage. They hadn't dug any tunnels yet, and I could put my hand out. One of them, the more bold one, I still don't have names for them yet, would walk over my hand. Now, that's just not happening. But let me show you the cage a little bit. They have excavated a lot, and they have changed things quite a bit since I first put them in the cage, but I'll show you some of the more interesting features. So this is what they would call in fish keeping a 40-gallon breeder tank. Fairly wide. You can see the width there. I think it's close to 16 inches, maybe 15 inches, then about 18 high. And it is plenty big enough for 2 gerbils, in my opinion. Maybe a little bit too big because they've got a lot of places to hide. I have this nice little wooden divider here in the middle. We're going to be getting glare. Let me open the top a little bit. And I use that to cordon it off so I had one area where it's a lot higher. And we could put a lot more bedding. I have a mix of aspen bedding and just kind of Carefresh, that paper sort of bedding. Have a nice 10-inch wheel in there, a little sand bath for them, a water bowl. I have their food in a bowl for now because that's what they were used to at the pet store, but I may start scattering it around eventually. I have some little rocks in there just to keep that wooden divider from moving out as they dig. I have this thing here, which is actually another one of these little wooden bendy bridges, but they have covered it completely in bedding. They've thrown a lot of bedding down into here. There didn't used to really be any in there. And I have one little bendy bridge that I made into a house that I had buried, and they have excavated to that now, and it's sort of part of their tunnel system. But then there's another bendy bridge around back that used to be on top that they have completely subsumed into the bedding. I don't know what they're doing with that. I'm not sure exactly why they did that. You may also be able to see there was a toilet paper roll right there that they have completely buried, and that's their main tunnel back there. I know the glare off the glass is making this very hard to see. They're in there somewhere. I know they're in there somewhere. I just never really see them. I threw some millet in there for them to nosh on later. I've got some treats and some other good stuff for them. I'd love to have them come out and let me try to entice them with treats, but so far that's just not really happening. I have on the TV over there, I have it paused for the moment, but I was playing just on a nonstop loop all of my Sunday videos in the hopes that maybe if they heard my voice all the time, they would eventually get used to it, and then if I came out into the living room, they wouldn't immediately run away. We'll see. My fiance is out of town for a week and a half, and I'm hoping that by the time she comes back, I can get these little guys slightly used to my presence or to the presence of another human and make it so we can interact with them a little bit. Right now, I'm just kind of trying to leave them alone. I want to give them time to get used to this, get comfortable in their new enclosure. They had a very small little tank, obviously, at the pet store. So yeah, those are my gerbils. I'm going to be thinking of some names here pretty soon, and hopefully in the future I can show you some videos of them sort of walking around and doing things that gerbils do. I guess there's a little bit of footage of that in the earlier clips that I showed you. But yeah. Hey, gerbils! Until next time, until we meet again, I've been your good friend Bradley, you've been the audience. This has been Stuff and Things, and the gerbils. I'll see you later. Come on out, guys. Please. Please.